the shadows of the ocean's depths, the icy winds of mountains, and the dunes that sing with the wind, there exist creatures that defy imagination. Bioluminescent predators, lunar felines, subterranean dragons, and stellar birds inhabit secret worlds, invisible to human eyes. Each being guards ancient secrets, reminding us that nature hides impossible wonders, ready to surprise those who dare to explore the unknown. But before we begin, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Now, let's get started. Number 15. Marachinus ventralis, the Ghostblade, fish of the deep Atlantic. In the most remote layers of the North Atlantic, more than 3,000 meters deep, lives a creature as thin as an ancient parchment, yet as resilient as steel forged by the sea's pressure. Marachinus ventralis, informally known as the Ghostblade fish. Its translucent body seems to vanish in the water, refracting light into fragments reminiscent of broken mirrors. Few human eyes have seen it, but those who witnessed its spectral dance describe movements more like the sway of an underwater curtain than the swimming of a fish. It averages 80 centimeters in length, but its thickness rarely exceeds 1.5 centimeters. This almost two-dimensional shape is the result of extreme adaptation to an environment where sunlight never reaches. Its flexible skeleton is composed of calcified fibers in asymmetrical patterns, allowing it to bend like malleable metal and glide through dense currents without resistance. The creature feeds on bioluminescent organisms, attracted by electrochemical pulses it releases in rhythmic sequences, a silent song that deceives small prey and disarms potential predators. Expeditions that confirmed its existence recorded only 10 individuals over decades of observation. Its migrations are unpredictable, and social behavior is nearly non-existent. It lives in solitude like a living fragment of shadow. Scientists believe it descends from ancient lineages of mesopelagic fish that survived mass extinction events thanks to its reduced anatomy and slow metabolism. Number 14. Tyrannosaurus umbrosus, the mist lizard of the basalt caves. Beneath volcanic structures in isolated regions of Iceland and the Faroe Islands, there exists a network of caves so deep that breath condenses into mist upon entering. There, hidden among layers of basalt and steam vents, lives the mist lizard, an enigmatic reptile of almost mythical behavior. Tyrannosaurus umbrosus was considered superstition for centuries, until recent expeditions documented its existence with thermal cameras. The only way to see it clearly, its body is covered with scales that absorb light instead of reflecting it. Unlike conventional camouflage, which mimics environmental patterns, its scales act as a light consumer, rendering it virtually invisible in dark environments. When agitated, it releases a thick vapor from lateral glands, creating a mineral fog that envelops it entirely. This vapor is non-toxic, but obscures vision and confuses thermal sensors, making Tyrannosaurus a master of evasion. Measuring around 40 centimeters, with large eyes, vertical pupils, and an extremely sensitive bifurcated tongue, it detects minute vibrations produced by subterranean insects. Its main diet consists of cave-dwelling arachnids and small crustaceans that have evolved in isolation for millennia. The female protects the eggs in natural basalt cavities, using the fog to conceal the nest. Its reproductive cycle is slow, with each clutch yielding no more than 2 offspring, explaining its extreme rarity. Number 13. Astrion borealis, the starbird of the Arctic mountains. Among frozen peaks, where the wind forms cutting spirals and the sky merges with the absolute white of snow, lives one of the most improbable and wondrous animals ever documented, the starbird. Its scientific name, Astrion borealis, accurately describes its most striking feature, the iridescent plumage that reflects light like fragments of the aurora borealis. When it takes flight at dawn, it seems as though tiny constellations detach from the mountains. Measuring about 25 centimeters, it has long, narrow wings adapted for movement in cold wind currents. Its plumage changes color with temperature. Deep blues appear on extremely cold nights, while golden hues emerge under weak sunlight, creating a visual effect that inspired legends among Arctic nomads. Its song is high-pitched, with harmonic variations reminiscent of cracking ice, a delicate yet profound echo. The Astrion feeds on cold-resistant insects, small rodents, and luminescent lichens found in remote regions of northern Norway, Greenland, and Canada. For centuries, it was thought to be a spiritual metaphor until images captured by specialized drones confirmed its presence. However, it remains extremely elusive, migrating according to unpredictable wind patterns rather than annual cycles. Females build nests in inaccessible cliff crevices. A single clutch occurs every 2 years, typically comprising only 1 chick. The risk of extinction is high, and scientists believe fewer than 300 individuals exist exist, making the Starbird one of the rarest and most fascinating creatures on the planet. Number 12. Nautilus tenebris, the ghost mollusk of the crystal abyss. In the abyssal regions where light vanished millions of years ago, where pressure would instantly destroy any unadapted structure, and where silence feels like a physical substance pressing down on everything, dwells one of the most mysterious creatures ever recorded in oceanography, Nautilus tenebris, known as the ghost mollusk. It is such an unusual species that for decades its existence was considered impossible. Its discovery was accidental, during maintenance of a submerged observatory in the South Atlantic, when an autonomous camera captured the ghostly glow of a spiraled shell moving as if made of living glass. Unlike common nautiluses that live in relatively deep waters, Nautilus tenebris inhabits zones where no other known cephalopod survives. Its shell contains a series of internal chambers aligned with natural aragonite crystals, functioning as bioluminescence receivers and emitters. When threatened, the mollusk triggers a pattern of luminous pulses, creating the illusion of multiple overlapping copies of itself. It is almost impossible to determine which is the true body amidst this projection. This strategy, unique in the marine world, led many researchers initially to believe they were seeing not a physical organism, but a distortion caused by equipment malfunction. It moves slowly, like a ghost drifting through dense, heavy waters. Its internal body, protected by the crystalline shell, has extremely thin, elongated tentacles that vibrate like metallic threads in motion. These appendages are equipped with sensors detecting minute changes in water chemistry, allowing Nautilus tenebris to find food even in near-empty habitats. It feeds on small, transparent crustaceans, lost larvae, and organic debris descending from the surface like eternal snow. Survival depends on total energy conservation. It is slow, silent, and almost immobile for long periods. Researchers estimate its lifespan exceeds 200 years, similar to the oldest nautiluses, but with an even lower reproduction rate. Females lay only one egg per decade, hidden in rock fissures of the abyssal mountains. The species' rarity is such that only 5 individuals have ever been clearly observed. No empty shells have been found, suggesting the mollusk may completely disintegrate upon death, as if its existence persists only while its body pulses with light. Nautilus tenebris has become a symbol of the fragility of abyssal ecosystems, and a reminder that even on a well-studied planet, there are regions as unknown as the surface of distant worlds. Its presence confirms that life, in all its forms, is more resilient, inventive, and astonishing than human imagination could ever predict. Number 11. Sylvanor lumiaris, the shimmering mammal of the boreal forests. In the boreal forests, where winter dominates most of the year and the wind whispers through pine trees as if recounting ancient tales, there exists an animal once thought to be pure folklore, Sylvanor lumiaris, popularly known as the shimmering mammal. It became famous in legends told by hunters in Canada and Siberia, who claimed to have seen a wolf of light walking among the trees. Science naturally doubted it, until 2019, when special ultraviolet spectrum cameras recorded this magnificent creature. The Sylvanor's body resembles a giant marten, about 80 centimeters long, with a delicate snout and flexible legs that allow silent movement through snowy vegetation. Its most remarkable feature, however, is the soft glow emitted by its fur. It is not bioluminescence like that of deep-sea fish, but a rare biophotonic phenomenon. Special proteins in the hair refract the slightest light, moonlight or starlight, and convert it into a glow akin to the auroras. The result is a mammal whose body shimmers as if dusted with starlight. This glow is not merely decorative, it is a powerful evolutionary adaptation. Sylvanor uses luminescence to confuse predators and disorient prey. On clear nights, it seems to vanish and reappear between tree trunks, making its path unpredictable. Studies suggest the intensity of emitted light varies with the animal's emotional state, increasing during hunting or when threatened. This trait inspired indigenous myths portraying the shimmering mammal as a guardian spirit of the forest. Its diet consists of Arctic hares, young small deer, nocturnal birds, and even fish captured in frozen lakes through natural ice holes. It is an opportunistic and extremely patient predator. Recent studies revealed that Sylvanor can remain motionless for up to an hour, waiting for prey to approach. Its metabolism slows in winter and slightly accelerates in summer, but never enough to lose its ghostly presence. Reproduction remains one of the most mysterious scariest aspects of this species. They are believed to form long-term pairs and build nests in hollow cavities of ancient trees. Offspring are born almost without luminescence, developing the glow only after several months. The low number of young, usually 1 or 2, combined with the increasing destruction of boreal forests, places Sylvanor lumiaris at critical risk of extinction. Scientists regard it as one of the planet's greatest natural treasures and a symbol of the delicate connection between light, life, and darkness in the coldest regions of the northern hemisphere. Number 10. Abyssal miragulatus, the hidden giant of the thermal gorges. There is a place on the planet where life reinvents itself in ways so extreme they seem to defy all known rules. Underground geothermal fissures. In these regions, deep and unreachable for humans, with temperatures ranging from scalding to freezing within centimeters, lives the enigmatic Abyssal miragulatus, known as the hidden giant. It is a creature as large as it is rare, as imposing as it is invisible to the modern world. The Abyssal is an ancestral-looking mammal nearly 3 meters long and over 300 kilograms. Its elongated body resembles an unlikely fusion between a giant badger and a fossil anteater. It has short, muscular legs adapted for walking on unstable, wet rock, and long claws that allow it to dig compact tunnels where scalding steam mixes with cold air. Its dense fur, composed of fibers resistant to heat and humidity, functions as thermal insulation against sudden temperature changes. One of the most fascinating features of the Abyssal is its ability to detect geothermal flows through natural sensors located on its snout. These sensors, similar to the ampullae of Lorenzini found in sharks, perceive micro variations in the Earth's electromagnetic field. In this way, the creature can navigate subterranean labyrinths without getting lost, moving like a silent guardian among pockets of lava and cold caves. Its diet consists of giant cave-dwelling insects, bioluminescent arthropods, and roots of plants adapted to the absence of light. It is primarily herbivorous, occasionally carnivorous, balancing its diet according to nutrient availability. The species lives in small family groups of 3 to 5 individuals, communicating via vibrations transmitted through the ground. These vibrations act as an underground code that allows members to share alerts, coordinate routes, and exchange information about dangerous areas. For a long time, reports of the Abyssal were dismissed as myths told by ancient miners who claimed to hear the giant step echoing through caves. However, modern seismic sensors identified specific movement patterns, long, heavy, rhythmic steps, consistent with a large terrestrial animal. Definitive proof came when an underground drone captured the massive silhouette of the animal passing before its camera, shrouded in steam. Reproduction occurs in naturally heated chambers. Females produce only 1 offspring per cycle, with gestation lasting up to 18 months. Parental care is intense, with the entire group protecting the newborn until it learns to navigate the dangerous rocks. Its long life, possibly over 80 years, contrasts with its vulnerability to environmental changes. Geothermal disturbances or deep mining can easily destroy entire territories of the species. Number 9. Glaciotherium aeternum, the silent colossus of the eternal glacier. There are regions of the planet where cold is not just a climate, it is an entity, where the wind acts as an ancient narrator, blowing memories of glacial eras that never fully disappeared. In these lands of perpetual ice, among snow-covered mountains rising like frozen cathedrals, lives a creature so improbable that most scientists barely believed it could exist. Glaciotherium aeternum, known as the silent colossus. For decades, rumors circulated among Arctic explorers. Some claimed to see shadows moving within the white mist. Others heard steps that sounded like light earthquakes. Descriptions were always too vague to be reliable, but everything changed when an airborne expedition captured thermal images of a colossal organic mass slowly moving across a glacier. The discovery shocked the scientific world. Glaciotherium aeternum is a giant mammal, nearly 4 meters tall and easily over 1,000 kilograms, covered by fur so thick that it is immune to temperatures that would kill any other animal within minutes. This fur is not only dense, it consists of hollow tubular fibers that retain warm air, acting as a living coat that maintains thermal balance even under 60 degrees Celsius. The upper layer of hair contains microscopic crystals that reflect diffuse light, making the animal nearly invisible during snowstorms. Some scientists believe this feature helped the species remain hidden for so long. Its broad, arched legs are adapted to walk on soft snow without sinking. The feet distribute weight like natural snowshoes, and its curved claws are perfect for climbing icy surfaces. The short, compact snout with narrow nostrils prevents large volumes of cold air from entering. The silent colossus breathes sparingly and deeply, conserving heat. Each exhale releases small clouds of vapor, like whispers of winter itself. It feeds mainly on resilient lichens, frozen roots, and small animals living beneath the snow. Its feeding behavior is unusual. It digs deep tunnels in compacted snow and uses its long, rough tongue to scrape algae colonies growing in isolated microenvironments. This almost plant-like aspect of its diet led to a fascinating hypothesis that Glaciatherium may descend from ancient lineages, possibly distant relatives of pre-glacial mammals that survived mass extinctions by sheltering under ice layers. The silent colossus moves almost inaudibly. Its musculature functions with minimized vibrations, and researchers believe it developed this ability to avoid avalanches. When it detects acoustic instability in the ice, it freezes for long minutes, becoming part of the white landscape, hence its name. Silent, not just for being quiet, but for mastering silence. Reproduction is extremely rare, occurring only once every 7 years. Females give birth to a single offspring, which remains dependent for a long time. This makes the species extremely vulnerable. Accelerated polar ice melting threatens not only its habitat, but its very existence. Each new observation of Glaciatherium aeternum is a melancholy reminder that the world still holds extraordinary mysteries, and that such wonders may be lost forever. Number 8. Calypsa myrionecta, the jellyfish of fragmented light. In the vast blue of tropical oceans, where sunlight creates golden columns that move like liquid curtains, resides a creature so delicate and strange it seems more like an optical phenomenon than a living organism. Calypsa myrionecta, known as the jellyfish of fragmented light. Its official discovery is recent, but fishermen from remote islands have long told stories of rainbow spheres appearing during calm dawns. Unlike any traditional jellyfish, Calypsa has an almost prismatic structure. Its gelatinous body contains natural microplates of organic silica that refract light at multiple angles. When light passes through its body, it splits into hundreds of colorful fragments, producing a visual spectacle reminiscent of crystal explosions. The animal literally seems to break light into pieces. Its size is impressive, up to 2 meters in diameter, with tentacles exceeding 15 meters. But unlike typical giant jellyfish, Calypsa is not aggressive and rarely uses its cnidocytes, stinging cells unless provoked. It moves slowly, as if always meditating, pulsing in soft rhythms while drifting through warm currents. The most remarkable aspect is that its body refracts not only visible light, but also reacts to bioluminescence emitted by plants and marine microorganisms. When encountering naturally glowing schools of fish, Calypsa transforms these lights into true underwater mosaics. To lucky divers who witness it, the water appears like a moving stained glass window. Its diet consists of plankton, small crustaceans, and organic particles. Scientists believe its primary energy source comes from a symbiotic process with internal microalgae, a form of indirect photosynthesis where the animal provides shelter and, in return, receives energy produced by filtered light. Calypsa precisely controls the light entering its body, regulating even the angle of refraction. Another astonishing feature is its regenerative ability. Studies show that Calypsa myrionecta can reconstruct up to 80% of its body after severe damage. This ability makes it practically immortal, except under extreme predation or drastic ocean temperature changes. Its life is thus marked by continuous renewal, where the creature literally is reborn after each period of wear. Highly sensitive to environmental changes, its presence serves as an indicator of the health of deep reefs. If Calypsa disappears from a region, it signals that something serious is happening in the ecosystem. Number 7. Pteramorpha septentrionalis, the being of the singing dunes. On the edges of immense deserts, where the wind transforms sand into music and entire dunes appear to move as living organisms, lives one of the most incredible and subtle creatures ever documented, Pteramorpha septentrionalis, also called the being of the singing dunes. For centuries, Sahara nomads reported seeing strange ripples traveling across the sand without leaving footprints. Some believed them to be spirits, others giant snakes, but none of these explanations came close to the truth. In 2022, seismic sensors detected peculiar peculiar vibration patterns under the dunes, vibrations moving like living pulses traveling across the desert. Investigations revealed the improbable. An animal adapted not to walk on sand, but to swim through it. Pteramorpha septentrionis has a cylindrical body over 2 meters long, covered with flexible granular plates that reduce friction. These plates act like scales, but are made of keratin mineralized with silica powder, making them resistant to extreme heat. Its body is so well adapted to the sandy environment that it literally moves as if diving through water, disappearing beneath the surface and traveling underground in complete silence. The creature emits rhythmic low-frequency vibrations that resonate through the dunes, producing the phenomenon known as the Song of the Sands. Until recently, this phenomenon was thought to be purely physical, caused by grain movement. Recent research suggests that Pteramorpha may be one of the beings responsible for initiating and controlling some of the desert's natural melodies. Its diet consists of small rodents, insects, and buried eggs. It uses tactile sensors across its body to detect minimal movements in the sand. Functioning like a living antenna, its eyes are rudimentary since it spends most of its time in the dark beneath the sand, but its sense of smell is highly developed. It is shy, rarely surfacing, and when it does, it remains motionless, imitating small dunes. During sandstorms, it burrows deeply and reduces its metabolism, entering a state similar to torpor. This allows it to survive for weeks without moving. Reproduction occurs during brief wet periods, when rare storms transform the desert into an ephemeral stage of life. Offspring are born with scales not yet mineralized and spend weeks strengthening their bodies before diving into the sand. It is one of the most unique life cycles of any terrestrial anime. Number 6. Luminethra selenaris, the lunar feline of the misty mountains. In regions where mountains as ancient as time itself rise like mystical walls, there are nights when the moon seems closer, more alive, more aware. On some of these rare nights, when bluish mist embraces the valleys and wind currents carry silver particles, a pair of glowing eyes emerges among the rocks, moving with an elegance that defies logic. These eyes belong to the enigmatic Luminethra selenaris, the legendary lunar feline. For centuries, hermit monks and mountain shepherds of the Himalayas told stories of a silver guardian walking among low clouds. Many believed it to be a protective spirit, while others thought it was merely a legend created to explain strange tracks found in the snow. But in 2018, an expedition equipped with ultra-sensitive cameras captured something extraordinary. A large feline with radiant fur moving in complete harmony with the moonlight, as if both were inseparable parts of the same celestial body. Luminethra selenaris is an impressive animal, over 1 meter tall at the shoulders and nearly 2 meters long. Its fur has a natural glow, the result of crystalline microfibers covering its hairs. These fibers reflect light in almost hypnotic patterns, creating a shimmering effect that makes the animal appear in constant transformation. In the full moon's light, its body seems made of liquid silver. Beyond its surreal beauty, the feline possesses remarkable abilities. Its breathing slows dramatically during the hunt, enhancing its ability to hear and detect vibrations in the ground. Its large light blue eyes can see with incredible clarity even on the darkest nights. It moves with such light steps that it leaves no trace in fresh snow, which contributes to its reputation as a spiritual creature. Its diet consists of mountain goats, albino hares, and high-altitude birds. It does not hunt with speed, but with strategy and patience. It can remain motionless for hours, waiting for prey to approach the precise spot. When it strikes, it is as swift as lightning. Its bite is precise, silent, almost ritualistic. The reproductive behavior of the lunar feline is even more mysterious. Few records suggest they mate only on full moon nights, when the light reflected by the snow creates a perfect luminous stage for their dance. The female gives birth to a single offspring per cycle, covered in gray, non-luminous fur. Lunar glow appears as the cub grows and its crystalline fibers develop. The species is so rare that fewer than 50 individuals are believed to exist across the entire mountain range. Habitat loss, combined with climate change, seriously threatens its survival. For those few who have seen it, Luminethra selenaris is not just an animal, it is a reminder that nature still holds secrets as deep as the stars. Number 5. Aromantis aureonyx, the golden insect of the stormy skies. At the edges of extreme weather, where electrical storms form like monstrous clouds, exists a being as delicate as it is deadly, a creature that dances among lightning strikes as if it were part of the storm itself. This extraordinary being is Erymanthus aureonyx, popularly known as the Golden Thunder insect. The first recorded mention of this creature dates back to the 19th century, when airship pilots reported seeing golden shapes swirling around lightning bolts. At the time, it was believed to be optical illusions caused by electricity. However, with the advent of modern meteorological drones, unmistakable images revealed a fantastical insect floating among energy-charged clouds. The Erymanthus measures about 20 centimeters, much larger than any common praying mantis. Its body is covered in a metallic gold exoskeleton, not mineral, but composed of biological nanocrystals that reflect and store electric charges. This allows the insect to survive in environments where small discharges could kill any conventional animal. Its body is extremely lightweight. The wings are thin as glass blades, yet incredibly strong, able to withstand violent winds and sudden pressure changes. The Aureonyx has electrical sensors on its front limbs, allowing it to detect electromagnetic fields and navigate precisely within storms. It feeds on charged organic particles carried by the winds, small insects naturally electrocuted during storms, and even microorganisms in dense clouds. Its internal physiology converts absorbed electric charges into metabolic energy. In other words, it literally feeds on storms. Its movements are graceful. It hovers as if suspended by invisible threads, slowly spinning among clouds and lightning. Some ancient cultures believe the Erymanthus to be a messenger between gods and humans, due to its ability to appear only in powerful storms. Reproduction is one of the most extraordinary ever studied. During concentrated storms, dozens gather in a dancing vortex. The female releases luminous spores that float until electrocuted by minor discharges, transforming into encapsulated eggs. These eggs, carried by warm currents, descend to tropical forests, where they hatch weeks later. Erymanthus aureonyx is mainly threatened by atmospheric imbalance caused by climate change. Paradoxically, it requires perfect storms to survive. It is a living symbol of the connection between sky and earth, fragility, and power. Number 4. Cryplofelis umbrae, the shadow predator of abandoned cities. In abandoned urban areas where nature slowly reclaims what humans left behind, exists a predator so silent, so dark, and so perfectly adapted to urban chaos that for decades it was mistaken for superstition. Cryplofelis umbrae, known as the shadow predator, is one of the most terrifying and fascinating creatures ever recorded. It inhabits ruins, destroyed buildings, tunnels, abandoned subways, and factories corroded by time. Evidence suggests it evolved from small, wild felines isolated in exclusion zones, such as evacuated industrial areas, post-disaster cities, and regions affected by chemical spills. Its black fur is so opaque it absorbs over 95% of incident light, similar to modern synthetic materials known as super black. Its silhouette is nearly impossible to detect in darkness. On infrared cameras, it appears only as a floating outline. The large circular eyes emit a faint red glow thanks to biophotonic pigments that maximize night vision. Just over 70 centimeters tall, it is agile and extremely intelligent. Its musculature is adapted for long leaps and lateral movements, making it unpredictable. Cryplofelis is an opportunistic predator. It feeds on giant rodents, feral birds, wild dogs, and even carrion if necessary. What most intrigues scientists is its hyper-adaptable behavior. It learns patterns, observes routes, avoids traps, and in some documented cases demonstrates the ability to hunt in pairs or trios. Another fascinating feature is its ability to modulate body heat. To completely camouflage, it lowers its skin temperature to match the environment, becoming invisible to thermal sensors, a rare skill among mammals. The shadow predator reproduces in improvised nests inside dark buildings. The female gives birth to up to 4 offspring, which are born gray and develop black fur over the course of a month. The species faces serious threats from human expansion, but paradoxically thrives in abandoned scenarios, becoming a symbol of life flourishing amidst ruins. Number 3. Aquaraptor luminis, the bioluminescent hunter of the abyssal rivers. In the deep rivers of remote regions where sunlight never penetrates and the water takes on an almost black emerald hue, there exists a predator so agile and mysterious that for decades it was mistaken for local folklore. The Aquaraptor luminis, known as the bioluminescent bioluminescent hunter is a fish with traits so unique they defy traditional classification. Recent measurements indicate it can reach up to 2 meters in length, but its body is extremely flexible, almost serpentine, allowing sinuous movements reminiscent of hypnotic dances. Its skin is covered with special cells called photophores, capable of emitting light in variable patterns. This bioluminescence is not just for attracting prey, but also for social communication and intimidating rivals. During hunting, the aquaraptor uses a seemingly choreographed method. It emits short flashes in sequence, hypnotizing schools of small fish. It then launches a rapid attack, ensnaring prey with thin tentacles lined with tiny teeth. These tentacles are flexible and sensitive to minimal vibrations in the water, functioning as sensory extensions of its body. Despite being a lethal predator, the aquaraptor exhibits complex social behavior. During reproduction periods, individuals gather in circular patterns, emitting synchronized light signals. Each flash is a coded message indicating position, health, and readiness to mate. Females deposit eggs in submerged rocky crevices, and hatchlings are born capable of emitting faint light from their first days, quickly learning to control intensity to camouflage themselves. Interestingly, the aquaraptor is also sensitive to light and chemical pollution. Experiments show that changes in water quality or the introduction of intense artificial light can disorient it, compromising hunting strategies. The species is thus a critical indicator of the health of deep aquatic ecosystems, reminding us that even in the darkest corners of the planet, life is delicate and balanced. The discovery of Aquaraptor luminus marked a new era in aquatic biology. Its combination of lethal elegance, adaptive intelligence, and luminous spectacle makes it one of the most fascinating creatures ever observed, proving that life can flourish in unimaginable ways even in the deepest waters. Number 2. Pyroceras ignivomus, the subterranean fire dragon. In active volcanic regions where molten rock mingles with vapor and toxic gases, hides a creature so legendary that many scientists believed it to be mere myth. Pyroceras ignivomus, popularly called the subterranean fire dragon. Its official discovery came only after decades of indirect observation. Volcanologists monitoring lava flows noticed unusual patterns of movement and heat that did not correspond to known geological phenomena. Eventually, high-temperature resistant cameras captured the creature in action, an animal over 5 meters long with black scales reflecting orange glows and incandescent eyes that seemed like living embers. The Pyroceras breathes in a unique way. It has specialized organs capable of heating harmless gases and expelling them under high pressure, creating small bursts of heat to scare predators or capture prey. Its teeth are sharp, heat resistant, and capable of crushing fine rocks, allowing it to feed on thermophilic crustaceans, subterranean insect larvae, and heat-tolerant microorganisms. The body is muscular and extremely flexible, adapted to digging tunnels in solidified lava or still hot volcanic rock. It has a unique circulatory system that regulates internal temperature, preventing extreme heat from damaging vital tissues. Its long tail is equipped with vibration-sensitive filaments, functioning as a radar to locate prey in dark tunnels. During reproduction, the Pyroceras constructs heat chambers where the female deposits eggs coated in thermal substances that maintain incubation even in extremely unstable environments. Hatchlings are small, but quickly learn to control heat and movement to survive. This species defies all traditional concepts of ecology and biology. It combines features of primitive reptiles, subterranean mammals, and abyssal fish in a body adapted to extreme conditions. The existence of the subterranean fire dragon demonstrates that life can reinvent itself even in hostile environments, showing nature's almost poetic talent for creating the impossible. Number 1. Etherion stellaris, the celestial guardian of the night skies. Among dense clouds and wind currents at extreme altitudes lives a creature so rare and mystical that few have witnessed its existence. Etherion stellaris, known as the celestial guardian. With a wingspan exceeding 3 meters, this predatory bird has iridescent plumage that refracts starlight. When flying on clear nights, it seems to carry constellations with it, making it nearly impossible to distinguish from the night sky. Scientists believe this evolutionary adaptation serves both as camouflage and visual communication with other members of the species. The Etherion has long, curved talons capable of capturing small to medium prey, including migratory birds and flying mammals. Its metabolism is highly efficient, allowing long periods of flight without rest. Additionally, its respiratory system is adapted to low oxygen levels, making it possible to soar above 5,000 meters in altitude. During the reproductive period, birds gather together on isolated peaks, performing synchronized flight patterns reminiscent of cosmic dances. The female lays a single egg, carefully protected among rocks and rare vegetation until the chick develops. Aetherium stellaris also serves as an environmental indicator. Changes in light or chemical pollution can affect its flight and reproductive behavior. For this reason, it is studied as a sentinel of high-altitude ecosystems. Its presence inspires not only scientists, but also artists, poets, and local cultures. For those fortunate enough to witness it, the Celestial Guardian is the embodiment of mystery and the beauty of the natural world. A reminder that even in times of chaos, life continues to create wonders beyond imagination. Thank you very much for watching the video. If you enjoyed our content, subscribe to our channel and leave a like. Also, check out other interesting content appearing on your screen right now, and I'll see you in the next video. See you next time.